Welcome back to a very shitty episode of the
Why are you
First
calling
36.
it? Why are you calling it shitty? Excuse me.
Well, I don't know. Like, not necessarily like the podcast. I'm just saying, like, special implies like good vibes. Like, it's a special day.
Bro, I'm not like having bad vibes, man. I can't ask for too many good things, and my prayers were answered tonight. So
Yeah, that's true.
I'm a happy
Um,
man. I'm a happy man.
you see the shirt I'm wearing? It's a Chris Smith basketball camp shirt. You know why I chose to wear this shirt, Simon?
Well, why'd you choose to wear it?
Because I gotta get into the CAA spirit. Just like
You are the CA spirit.
let's not forget the first one of the greatest actions CAA has done of
Well,
signing
JR Chris Swooper.
of Leon Rose getting a boy Chris Smith, and now
You can't go like yeah.
I'm not saying Obi
You really
Toppin
gonna
is
hit
Chris
us with
Smith.
the CAA timeline?
I'm just saying today was CAA day, and I'm just put on my CAA shirt of Chris Smith, a blue and orange Chris Smith basketball camp shirt, which did not exist if it weren't for Leon Rose in CAA, and if it weren't for Leon Rose in CAA, we would not be discussing the eighth pick of the NBA draft in the year 2020 of Obi Toppin.
Bro, but
Obi Toppin, man.
here's the
Let's
thing.
hear the thing.
Like,
Here's the thing.
I'm
Sorry,
just gonna
Matthew.
say this. Like, the reason I don't know, the reason we can't be like too upset is that like if you look at mock drafts, whatever, like it's not like that. Like I don't know. This man isn't Anthony Bennett. Okay,
I,
this man is not
I
Anthony. Just in the sense of like I don't know. It's let's say the Knicks didn't take him at 8. It's not like this man's fallen to 20. Okay.
Look, I get that, and like theoretically, there's maybe even like, oh, it's a value pick because this was apparently Mr. Top Five, and
There's
we
a
got him at
world
8.
top 5. Like
Yeah, but all right, man. Let me ask you another question. We talked a lot about Kentucky tonight.
oh,
Was
oh
Kevin Knox projected to go like 20th? No, you can't go off like
no, bro,
projections.
and Obadiah doesn't have a neck.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We discovered, like, I don't know if this is related to basketball at all, but like, and we're watching video and we kind of just realized, like, everyone talks about the hips, the mobility, but like, this man Obadiah Top does not have a
Just
neck.
his shoulders just
Now I'm
rise.
conscious about my neck.
His shoulders just rise into his head. Like there's
Yeah, and
no
it goes like a little forward, like
like
it's.
his
I mean,
shoulders.
dude, it's very
Bro, no,
Cantor-esque.
no,
Like, I don't
it's
know.
seriously his shoulders end like right below his ears. Like
Yeah, he has no neck. I don't know if that's a basketball thing. I don't know if it's like, oh, players with short necks can't succeed. Has there been any short neckers to thrive in the NBA? I don't know.
and
I can't really think of.
he has the tallest hips I've ever seen.
Yeah,
They're
and like, dude, I won't lie. Like, I kind of hate like stuff like I hate being like, oh man, Obi Toppin got high hips. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've never paid attention to any human being's hips before. But like, objectively, man, like, I mean, here's the thing with Obadiah. Like, let's talk niceties about Obi Toppin to show like how messed up I am with Obi before, like, like not, kind of like my Tibbs stuff. Like, I understand the good things with Obi. Like watching again. I mean, we could just do the Bootum tweet. Watching Obi Toppin highlights,
watching be like
he's literally a better Zion. He's like LeBron but good. He's like he's a god. Obi Toppin highlights are insane. And honestly, like I don't really have
like
any.
okay, I'll put it this way. He's way better than John Collins coming out. Okay.
Yeah, except here's the thing. He's as old as John Collins is
I
right now.
know,
Like,
I
I
know.
didn't realize that, man. Like, everyone's like, I mean, we ourselves are like, oh yeah, he's like John Collins. Say what you want. He's like John Collins, dude.
He's
He's John Collins. He has to be John Collins today. Like, not he'll become John Collins. He's as old as John Collins. Like, he has to be John Collins. Like, they're both 22. Like, It's not he'll become John Collins. He'll be John Collins light. Like he is
And
John
he's kind
Collins.
of short.
What?
Kind of short.
That's the thing too, man. It's like all these dudes he
Also,
gets
bro,
compared to,
I'll
like
be honest, like
Amari, John Collins. Like he's
shots.
way shorter. He doesn't got the
Been more
leaps.
I've been more positive about Obi than you have, but man, like when it's like on paper he's not a bad shooter, but when he shoots, it looks like he's just like it's like crossing your fingers it goes in, man. Like it just
I
doesn't
mean,
look like.
like I know everything. Like a lot of the Ennis Cantor comparisons fine with Obi. Maybe some unfair, some fair. Like it gives me Ennis Cantor vibes. It's like it reminds me of Ennis Cantor shooting threes in open gym. It's like it'll go in an open gym, but like it looks like booty. Um, but like honestly, like again, I
Bro, I'll tell
before
you this. He seems like he has like the best personality in the world. Like, let's say some niceties. Like, he seems like the sweetest man ever. Does he?
I honestly I haven't looked too much into it. Like we're saying niceties. Like
I think
yeah, he
he's
seems like a super nice guy. He acknowledged he has the defense problem. He's like I want to be Mr. Defense.
he jump
Though
high.
um though again, man,
Bro,
he's been picking the mind of Kevin Knox. That's an issue.
he jump high. He's strong.
He dunk highlight. Um, but like yeah, I don't know. So all right, you're the one that's being kind of mean about Obi. You're like, oh, he has a no neck and his shot is bad. Like
No, I
let's
like
not be rude. You're
kind
the anti-Obi guy now.
I've already bought in. I don't care.
All
I'm
right.
already past the
Oh,
denial.
like here's the thing, man. Like I was the one that was on random. Like this wasn't even like Knicks hedging. This was just like I was maybe thinking like maybe we should think about Obi. Like let's like a week or two ago. I was like maybe we should think about Obi at 8 because like watching his highlights, dude. Like
Okay,
again,
okay.
he's
Here's where we'll speak the nice stuff. Like, if you look at
we've
like
established we're speaking the nice.
if you look at like the peak like the best highlights from prospects in this draft, like you could argue that his best is like better than really any best. You know what I mean? Like it's not a crazy argument to make.
Yeah, like I don't know. Theoretically, with Obi, I feel like it's like, oh, he's the offensive wise, it's like, oh, he's 6'8", so he's just like, and he's 22, so he's just bodying like little kiddies, and like he's not shooting that many threes a game. It's an ugly shot, so it's not going to translate. Like watching Obi, like I kind of don't really get the vibes, honestly, that like he's thriving off like dominating little kiddies. Like I kind of feel like he did do that, but I think he has the potential to do more. Like I think he has potential to be like a better offensive player than
Well,
he
bro, so
showed
here's
you.
the thing, like everyone's been saying the Amari thing, and I thought it was kind of overhyped. When I watched, there was like a specific highlight mix that I watched today that I hadn't watched before, and it really did give me Amari vibes. Like it's possible that this man is like Amari was like kind of booty on defense. Like
Well, yeah. Well, all right. I mean, we could
I'm
talk about
just
the Mario comparison.
I'm just saying like it's not outrageous to say that like he could be averaging 24 points a game in the next
Dude,
3
I
years.
don't think it's crazy to say he could average 28 points per game, and I'm still not high on it. Like I like
I agree.
he
Hey, Boot. Okay. I'll say this. I've accepted it obviously now. I'll still say right now there are obviously multiple people I would have rather had in that slot, but I'm just saying like it's not like an unjustifiable pick. Is what I'm saying. It's not
I
like
don't know.
like it's
Like
not like a fireable. It's not like a fireable offense pick, man.
I guess
I mean, we don't know, man. We have no idea what.
we don't know, but like let me just say this things I don't like. Let me finish like my nice example. Like I don't know. I'm just saying like I watched like you look at just the straight numbers. It's like 20 and 10. I mean not 20 and 10. Like that's the other thing. The dude did not average 10 rebounds. Like he averaged 7. Like that's like a red flag.
That's the
Like
big his rebounding's a red flag.
rebounds are fake, but like I don't like it's not like if he averaged 20 and 11, I'd be like, oh hell yeah, he's a 20 and 10 guy. But like the fact you aren't getting 10 rebounds as like 6'8" freak athletes, like what the
against
hell is even going on there?
against like um like a little boy from like University of Richmond. Like
Yeah, against me, dude.
yeah,
He's going up
bro.
against like a 3 inches taller me.
Bro, he's actually just going up against like Bryce Caslow.
You can't be dropping Bryce Castle on this podcast. He is he was eating barbecue chicken against Bryce Castle. That made no mistake. All right, but all right. So here's the thing. Like I'm pretty freaking high on OB offensively. Like again, I was talking myself into it before I genuinely even thought they would take him. Like just because I don't think it's just like, oh, he's Mr. like dunk and post up guy. Like I think there's potential to expand his game, like both, taking guys off the dribble, the expanded NBA floor. And like the dude could definitely be taking more threes a game. And I don't think like he could be a bad shooter, but like he looks
He's
pretty
not bad.
comfortable shooting it when he makes it. Like I'm not really expecting him to be like a guy that's like, oh, he's like Randall,
Well, I kind of see. I mean, Obi at his peak, I really see the vision. Like, and I get it. I get why you take the swing. He's also like he is a marketable player in the sense like he's a man like
Care
I
about market, brother. We're
I
the
don't
Knicks. We could have
well,
marketed Devin
well,
Vassell.
we could market anyone.
That's
You
so
right.
sad. Like we don't like Vassell Knicks is over, man.
That's all I'm gonna mourn. Okay. The only the only things I can really be sad about is the fact that we're gonna watch Vassell and Kyra succeed for the next 15 years. Okay.
And Theo Maladon and
Bro,
and
actually,
Pokuševski.
actually, dude, think of a Kyra Lonzo backcourt with Zion and Ingram and Jackson Hayes. Like that's disgusting.
Stop. I'm gonna cry. Dude, all right, but realize that Obi's a better version of Zion. And who's our point guard gonna be? Oh, I guess Quickley. Is
No,
he?
no, no.
Wait,
Here's the thing, bro. I mean, I don't think Fred VanVleet's gonna leave, but
yeah, I don't think so either.
we say, hey, Frank, it's your time to shine, Mister. And then
I would love that.
I really hope they just throw Immanuel into the fire. He's like the type of guy I think will thrive. Just
Yeah.
being.
All right, before we get into Quickly, I want to get into like why I'm not Obi gang, because like look, we're gushing all over the offense, but
Nah, we can get cynical about the defense. We can get cynical about the defense.
yeah, it's just like it's just like I mean, it's two things. One, his instincts are garbage. You watch him like he like it's not like he's like, oh, he does everything right. He's physically limited. It's like he's physically limited and like he's messed up. Like again, you want to see a guy that's a freak athlete. Like again, to just talk about raw numbers. It's 7 rebounds and 1 block a game as a 6'8" freak of nature against Simon Pelsman and Bootum. Like
Yes.
you just want to get like the dumb numbers higher. Like Karl Anthony Towns averaged 4 blocks per 40 minutes, and he's a horrible defender. Like if
And he's taller.
well, yeah, I mean that's the point. That's the thing with Obi. It's like, oh, like you're really gonna write this guy off defensively at age 22. It's like, well, one, like if you're already 22, even if like I think he's kind of like he really had like a growth spurt late. Like I think he's like a fake old 22.
And he's a Dayton man. I think he just was like a late bloomer. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I don't know. Again, like I don't even want to make it that much about age per se. Like, because I think he can improve offensively. I just think like there's some straight up defensive limitations to him, like that can't change. And that's bad. Like if you're a bad, like it's not like a point guard. If you're a bad defender, you can work around it. Like your defensive, your center has to be able to protect the rim and move his feet. And right now he's like just a horrible liability, I think. And like you just can't again, even if he's capable of averaging 25 a game, which he may not be, like that's bad. I just am like very not high on that to improve.
Can I say something? This is kind of nice.
Man.
CJ McCollum posted a tweet, okay, saying
Obi gang. Well, he's he's Ohio. Like he has to by.
Not Ohio. Oh yeah, he is.
He is. His one NBA supporter is
He's a Browns
CJ.
fan. He's a Browns
Wait,
fan.
but you saw Westbrook apparently followed Obi tonight, like after the draft.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Like he didn't follow anything Edwards. He followed Obi. I'm kind of down. Like we're getting stupid. Let's get stupid. Like let's get really stupid.
I agree.
Like I don't like. I already think it's so stupid. So let's get stupid, man.
I agree. bro. And it would bring out the best in Immanuel. Like Immanuel is the perfect personality for Rusts. Like, okay, we're not getting into Immanuel yet. Wait,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
let me read the CJ tweet. Let me read the CJ tweet.
All right, but again, it's Ohio propaganda from CJ. He's a Cleveland Browns fan, man.
Stop. I really like Obi. Hope
No
he
crap.
hope he does well. Seen him catch a lob from half court and windmill it 3 years ago, and I had no idea who he was. LOL. I told him if you can make a corner tray with that bounce, you will be a lottery pick and cash out.
I mean, he's not wrong. That doesn't necessarily make me feel and like, but also again, let's talk just so it's not just I don't know. It's just like if even if you're offensive god, which I think Obi could be, if you're that stunted defensively, you're a mess. And it's I think the Knicks should draft best player available, but it is gonna be a mess with Mitch because I don't see Obi Toppin how he could be a power forward. Like as people say, I think he played more center at Dayton than people even let on, and just if you're too, if you're a mess to guard guys on the perimeter, you're not be able to play power forward. I guess you can make Mitch do it. I guess Mitch, because Mitch is kind of be switchy. Mitch kind of power forward on defense, Obi on offense.
We'd be switchy with it.
Maybe it can work. I still think it's not great. It's still relying so much on
Bro,
Mitch.
realistically, they're gonna start Obi at the 5, and then Taj. No, we're gonna be keeping bro Matt. Oh,
You think Mitch isn't even
I literally just gagged thinking, dude, just think of Obi and Julius on the court at the same time.
Oh yeah, there's something with Julius. Oh Jesus, man. Everyone's saying Julius is gone, but is he really going to be gone if he's not already gone?
Who's taking Julius?
No, they're not. Julius is going to be on the team. They may cut him or something. Oh my God, dude! Let's think about it. Let's get real, Grody. Let's get Julius at the 3, Mitch at the 4.
I'm telling you, man. I don't think there's ever a scenario where Julius and Obi can be on the court together.
Well, dude, there shouldn't be. Julius shouldn't be on the court ever again. But oh my God, he's going to be on the team, man. People are like, "Oh, Julius is gone." No, he's not. Julius is going to be the team at the start of training camp.
Who's trading for Julius Randle?
Wait, is Mitch? I've been thinking about this.
Well, I know you're about to say, are they planning for life without Mitch?
Well, I think they're definitely Mitch insurance game, for sure. But I was thinking at least Mitch is gonna be day one starter, trying to fix him, even if they're gonna think he's expendable. But they might just go Randall top and Mitch off the bench. Dude, they're gonna. I mean, here's the other thing.
There's a chance they do Top and Taj. Who are you to say they're not starting Taj Gibson?
Yeah. Dude, they were gonna draft Vernon Carey. I want to address. I don't know if people know. I literally made a tweet last night at 5 a.m. being in my anxiety, I guess I had a vision from God. I was broke, being nervous next time to draft Obi Toppin, which I knew they were gonna do, but even worse, woke being certain to draft Vernon Carey. And allegedly the Knicks, the reason they traded their 33rd pick for another second round pick, you can't get a better second round pick than the 33rd pick, was because they wanted Vernon Carey, but he wasn't available, so they didn't take him. That's just such a stupid philosophy. But also Vernon Carey is another center, another OB-esque center where it's this man does not fit modern basketball, where he's a post guy that's not a good anything else.
Can I get into some positives of the night?
Wait. Well, I just want to talk about Obi because again, we have to talk about just the ramifications. I think we've covered Obi the player himself, but just the CAA thing, it's real now. It's real. It's messed up. We've been trying to you try to play the school sports. It's oh, Tibbs, he's a good coach. This man drafted.
I want to talk less about this and more about Tibbs Pobo. Tibbs.
Oh,
yeah,
you're
bro.
Back on Tibbs Pobo train.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't expect you, Mr. Optimism. Well, did you hear? We talk about your boy Immanuel Quickley.
I was going to say yes. Him being, I'm saying there is some tea to him being the only coach in any of the draft interviews, man.
Yeah.
Like,
So Immanuel Quickley said like Tibbs was the only coach in the draft news, and Matt something to me. And like,
but I also think, and I still mean this, I don't think the Knicks are done in terms of like, I think that like, for example, when Scott Perry, like I think there's going to be another edition when Scott Perry. I don't know
what do you mean
who.
another player or another
No,
like draft boy?
you think Walt Perrin becomes the actual general manager? Leon's never going to be the general manager, okay? And so like
Well, I don't know.
Leon is the Pobo, okay? But
Yeah.
he's gonna lean on basketball guys, and you knew he was gonna lean on Tibbs for these picks. Um,
Jesus, so you think this is just Tibbs running the show? Like, actually, it's kind of true. We kind of don't know who's responsible for this. Like, everyone is like, "Oh,
no,
it's
no,
Perrin," but everyone's like,
it could be
like,
Perry, it could be Perrin, it could be Brock.
all right. But also, I want to discuss the thing. People are so, people are still so like into like, oh, gotta trust Perrin, gotta trust Perrin. Like, you don't have to trust. I'm saying what like people are mad at like the Cantor Tobin comparisons. There's probably been much, but you know who drafted Ennis Cantor? Mother effer Walt Perrin with a third pick in the draft. That's worse. He actually picked Ennis Cantor, not with the eighth pick, with the third pick. Like he picked Ennis Cantor. Like you don't have to be like, oh, like trust Walt Perrin. He got his guy. Like trust him. And this guy was Ennis Cantor once. Like, he's not infallible. Like he's capable of drafting another Ennis Cantor. Like not everyone is Gordon Hayward and Donovan Mitchell. Like he could have gotten Ennis Cantor.
You want to hear? Oh, damn! Yeah, he took Ennis over Clay,
Kawhi. I mean,
Kawhi.
they were later picks, but still.
Obviously, Jim. I mean, everyone passed on Jimmy. Whatever.
I know. It's still not good to take Ennis Cantor 3. I don't care who else it is. That's kind of the point with the Obi Toppin thing. Like, people are like, oh, how many two-dimensional players are you getting out of the eighth pick, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, the thing is, to have a one-dimensional player at center when your only other good player is a center, it's stupid. It's a bad sign. Like even though Obi like maybe like technically a value pick there. It's like to go with a lottery pick in the year 2020 when you're one other guy as a center to essentially get a clotting center. Like what the hell? Like it's kind of messed up. And like again, like I mean, even though I am like on OB game for offense generally, like yeah, his probably biggest things is pick and roll gravity, which it's gonna hurt if you also have Mitch who already provides that, and you still don't have any shooters. Like, wasn't this sick? Weren't we excited to get like shooters in this draft? Well, we got quickly. That so we can look at quickly. We could talk about more, but like, all right, but also just so yeah, the positives thing. Like, yeah, it is a little sus. He was in like it's kind of good, but it's also like
Yeah.
it's also like why is he the one coach in interviews? And like the fact that Obi Toppin, even though he's not a Tibbs defense guy, he is a Tibbs like 400 years old guy, a la Doug McDermott. Like Doug McDermott was a Tibbs guy, I think. Like I don't, maybe he didn't actually draft him, but still, like
He didn't draft Doug. He drafted
still,
Justin.
he's
I
like
think he drafted Justin Patton, who was young, but whatever. But, yo,
all
Obi.
right. So maybe we get into
Obi
narratives too much, but
Nah, Justin
um,
Patton had defense. He was raw offensively. Okay, can I get into positive night or
wait,
no?
wait, wait. But wait, can you're the one that invented Leon Rose's son? Like, can we not riff on the
Yes,
fact that
I'll break it down. So here's the deal. I'll read the exact quote I sent to Bootum earlier, but Leon basically there's a consortium of agents at CAA that represent Obi, Mr. Obadiah, and one of the main ones is Mr. Sam Rose, who is Leon's son. And this is not like a 40-year-old son. This is not like
he's Buddha?
this is literally like Schlumpy Bootum, okay?
Buddha is a little slow.
And and like I was mocking the conversation where it's like Sam is calling his dad earlier today, being like, "Dad, like, if you want him, you're gonna have to trade up. Like, I think he's gonna be gone at 5." And Leon's sitting there like, "Oh, like, shit, like." There is so a world where Sam Rose is like the key cog and like the one that been talking in his dad's ear because obviously he wants his client to be in New York. Like, and this is all just crazy Knicks battered fan conspiracy theory stuff. But and I just to make it clear, I've already talked myself into Obi. Like
God damn, man.
that's already happened. But yeah, it's terrifying.
Um, yeah, like I don't know, just the CAA stuff, man. It's so much. Like again, I was going through the Bootum tweet catalog, and it's like the initial tweet I made when Leon Rose was hired is like, look, I don't know what this guy is, Asian, maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't be. I will say my big concern is he's only gonna want his CAA buddies and won't know how to get advantage in the modern NBA. And this man drafted his CAA buddy Obi Toppin, and is like just getting a center in the draft, like at all kind of represents that modern NBA. When they can't play defense next to your other center, like just big yikes, my friend. Um, Wait, what else was I gonna say? Oh, that's the other thing. Like, I mean, everyone was all Leon Rose is Mr. Tight-lipped King, and literally, I don't think the Knicks' interest in Obi Toppin was by far the most publicized interest of any pick in the draft. Am I wrong?
It was.
Like,
I
like
mean,
I'm not trying to be.
I think it was almost understated the fact that like they were definitely going to be Obi gang.
Yeah, like everyone was like tight.
I think it was almost way more smoke and BS to them being like, "Oh, we vassal gang, we Kira."
I really thought they were Kira gang after the dinner, but I guess the fact that Leon Rose wasn't at the dinner should have been like more evident of that not being the case. Um,
Bro, you see Mason Jones, the player that the Rockets drafted, he tweets, "Houston just got the best player in the draft in due time." Oh God.
Wait, who?
Mason Jones.
I don't know what that is.
Hey,
Um,
let me talk about my man.
wait. I'm not done. I'm sorry. We'll get to your man. We'll get to your man. What was I gonna say? I forget. Um, Obi Toppin. Who's Obi Toppin again? Oh, I mean, I don't remember the full. Oh yeah, but that's the thing, dude.
Can you please sign Miles Powell, dude?
I guess that sounds like a football player. Who am I getting confused with? That sounds like Miles.
Bilal Powell.
No, that's not what I'm thinking of. I know Bilal Powell, man. I'm a Detropolitan. Um, but yeah, but that's crazy, dude. Like everyone is like, I don't even know if it matters that much to be tight-lipped. Like I don't know if that really matters. Like you're allowed to like having a relationship with the media isn't the worst thing. Um, but it went from he's not just tight-lipped. It's literally every single person knew they wanted Obi. You can't say about any other pick. No one knew the Wolves were taking Edwards. No one knew the Warriors were taking Wiseman. Like
I
people
mean,
thought it, but
well, I mean, yes, but the argument there,
I guess Pat Will with the Bulls was publicized kind of.
bro, there's no more like, there's no other like, there's no tea leaves that are as clear than it is with the Knicks, where it's like, okay, the kid's from New York, okay, he's a jumper and dunker. Okay, his agent is I don't know Rose's son. Like,
Offspring, his
yeah,
one client.
come on, man. Like there,
That's
it was
embarrassing though. Even it's so sad, man. That it
bad.
was like I saw like Bill Simmons was like laughing, like it was such an open secret. Maybe they weren't even tight-lipped. People just freaking knew they're predictable. Like it's kind of embarrassing. I don't really know if that matters, honestly, but it is embarrassing and just like it should put an end to the tight-lipped stuff. I think.
Wow, bro. Sam Vecini thinks the betting odds for Toppin to win Rookie of the Year are really, really good.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I think they're good too, because like someone chirped at me, like being sad about the pick. He's like, oh, I'm gonna come back to him rookie of the year. I was like, I think he can win rookie of the year. He could easily win rookie of the year. I'm not a fan of the top pick at all. This man could average 20 points on like 62 shooting percentage and win rookie of the year. Like, there's no. This is probably the perfect scenario besides like the Hornets from the win rookie of the year, or the Cavs. Um, like the Knicks are gonna love him. They're gonna pump him the ball. He's literally who's a better scorer on the team besides Randall, who may be gone. Like he should win rookie of the year. He's gonna average like an efficient 20 a game. And that doesn't mean I like him though. Doesn't mean he'll be good. Like you get to average, you know, Sexton averaged 20 a game this year. No one likes him, and because he can't play defense, but he plays deep. He can't play defense at a position where it doesn't matter as much. If you're a bad defender at center, like that's the issue. Like I don't care if you score an efficient 20 points per game. If you bleed points offensively as to the last line of defense, that's the issue. But also, I want to say, because we've been saying every positive of Obi, like again, he's a nice passer. Like this dude has like straight up, like I can't say too much negative about him offensively. Like this man could average 28, 8, 5, 50,
Bro,
40,
bro,
90. I wouldn't be
yo,
surprised. Well, 50%.
Tate Frazier, you know Tate Frazier.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
hit him with the little Obi Toppin falling lets me know no one watched college basketball last season.
Like that's not that's not like whatever. Um, wait, isn't Tate Frazier also in like Ohio, man?
That's the joke. That's the joke.
Uh, uh, like yeah, it's like the Cleveland Brown like Dayton likes him. Um, but yeah, man, just like Obi's gonna
Bro,
put up numbers.
can we just talk about Cole to Orlando? That like feels vindicating for some reason. Like Cole can do whatever he wants in Orlando, bro. He's not like for some reason it's good. Like I wouldn't have felt vindicated if like the Celtics or Nuggets took him. You know what I mean? Like
No,
I
I
feel
honestly don't really know what you mean. You're happy for Cole. You think he's gonna suck. You think he's gonna do well.
both,
I don't understand your point.
both. I at one hand, I think it's probably like the best scenario in terms of like the place that'll give him the longest leash. Okay. Two,
Like Mario
with
Hezonja.
with how anti Cole I've been, I didn't want like a franchise that I really looked up to validate Cole by drafting him because then I'd be like, maybe I'm really wrong on this.
Well, it's kind of the opposite though, because it's like because if the Celtics took him, it's like all right, of course he's gonna do on the Celtics. It's like he's like the 10th guy on the team.
Yeah,
If he just won
that,
the Magic, then you're just dead wrong. Because if he
no,
figures out on
bro,
the Magic,
I
then
actually think this sounds crazy. I think he's gonna do well on the Magic. Like I see a world in which him playing
the
off
Disney
ball,
World.
him playing like the two off faults is kind of nice. Like I don't
I
know.
mean, I like I don't know. It's weird. I'm kind of like it's like I'm kind of like it's hard for me to hate on Cole as much, just because like
Well, he's kind of
again
nice.
the shot creation is nice with it.
Kind of
He's
nice.
he's nice with it. All right, let's finally talk about your boy. I think
No,
the
I'm
next
so hey,
the
you,
next area
you,
of cronyism, you got the
you're
CAA and you got the Kentucky. All right, I'll be silent as you tell me. I mean, you've been telling me about this man for months. I mean, you were sending me
bro,
his
bro,
videos at like 3 a.m. last night as well.
for month. When I say months, like you are Mr. Receipts. If there's literally one person in the world that I have like all the receipts for, and it is my man Immanuel. You know what? Can I? I'm a curse. It's draft night. Ooh, no, I was gonna
Yeah, you
hit him
can
with a
curse
little
like we're
Emmanuel motherfucking Quickly.
yeah.
Like, come on. Like this was someone that uh, obviously I'm a little biased, okay? But
Oh really? You
I've
you
watched
got a Kentucky slant chant?
I've watched many a Kentucky player come and go, okay? I've watched seasons of all these guys, and I'm telling you, man, like I get that all these NBA draft Twitter guys had Quickly in the late 50s
So it's
or
weird to me, honestly.
48. Bro, I'm telling you, like the Kentucky system does no one justice. He like is just a tweener guard size, so it's hard. Like people aren't that creative with his fit. And yeah, he needs to work on his secondary playmaking, absolutely. But like his intangibles are literally perfect. Like you cannot like his. I mean, it was said that his draft interviews were like some of the best of all time. Like in terms of like he is a special kid. Like he's absolutely like a special kid.
In what sense?
Aside from like in the sense of
I know I'm kidding.
okay, boot, okay, boot. Um, like I can talk about Quickly forever.
I know.
On top of that, what the Knicks need the most, okay? What we need the most
Shooting. That's what I was accidentally saying.
is,
Like we needed
is,
shooting. Oh, we didn't get it. Oh, you got it quickly.
and we need spacing, okay? We need spacing for RJ. Now even more with Obadiah, okay? We need spacing, okay? And so he's
Obadiah
some
is like a fake spacer. He's going to be a random man.
bro, he's a fake spacer. Um,
I don't think he's
but
going to be a bad shooter. He's just going to be a fake spacer.
Emmanuel is a knockdown shooter who I think's gonna. He's someone who's gonna get better as a shooter. Like
All
his
right, can I press you on this slightly? Like quick, he's a nice shooter. Obviously, I mean the
I
dude shot
know,
43% on threes and 92%
I
on
was,
free throws.
I was, well. Here's the thing. In the first, I think there was something. I think like the first 30 games of his career, he shot 33% from three, and then the last 19, he shot like 45. So that's
Well,
how
that's
good.
nice. It shows
Yeah.
shows he. But let me press you on this a little bit. The thing though is, which I think the Wasp boss said we had him on. Like he's not necessarily like
Good shooting.
off ball. Like he's not like a motion shooting guy, right? He's just like you pass it to him wide open, he's gonna make it. Which is kind of tough.
But I think like I don't think like I think that's a super addable thing to his game. You know what I mean? I think the basis of his shot is so good, and I think that he already is like a willing mover off ball. It's not he's a really good basketball IQ. He's not just like a lollygagger.
And he got
So
the floater. He got the
and
touch.
he got the floater and boot. He has the come on, man. He's in the 99 like yes, he has to get better coming off screens, but so much of coming off screens now are one dribble handoffs, right?
Yeah.
Where you just take it off the hip,
Wait, read
take
read the
one.
percentile tweet, brother.
No, my man is in the 99th percentile
That's
in
pretty good.
dribble jump shot, bro. The 99th percentile, okay?
Yeah. That probably counts. That probably counts from the float game. He's like refined Kevin Knox. He's like Kevin Knox if you could like actually make the floaters and score efficiently and do
And,
nothing else.
and he's such an underrated defender in the
Well, yeah,
draft.
that's the thing too. Like that would be
And
my qualm with him if he couldn't defend. But
Unbelievable.
he's a good. He is a good defender, right?
I'm telling you, I watched every single Kentucky game. Okay, I can tell you that he like Maxey, great defender, whatever. Maxey when he plays defense, it's like he's running around like with a chicken with his like head cut off. He's just
Yeah.
frantic. Maxey's a competitive guy, and so he's always around the ball. Quickly is a cerebral player, and we're being kind of hypocrites right now. I'm about to be a hypocrite, but I'm telling you, everyone shits on Quickly's size with him being like 6'3.5". Like knockdown shooter, and just defensively, he has a 6'8" wingspan. Okay,
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of thing. If he, all right, but do you see him as a like he's just gonna be like a 6'3" shooting guard though? I mean, that's a little.
so that's the thing. That's the thing. In the reason why his value, like the reason why he wasn't a no question first round pick, is that that's where it's you need a little creativity because it's there is a world in which I think he can be a one day, but it's not right now. It's
Yeah.
not for a little
But
bit.
do you think he could be good as just like a short? I mean, if he has a good wingspan, like I don't know, that's the same thing as being tall.
I mean, I just like him playing. I want Frank to get the reins at the one, and I would love to.
He's
Like I
not
don't
gonna. Let's be.
know.
Frank may not be on it. Frank is gonna be ran the Houston Red next season. Let's not kid
So
ourselves.
all I'm gonna say is that I do believe that one day Quickly can play point guard. I just don't think like this season that's how he's gonna succeed. He's gonna succeed this season. Um, it, being a really good he's already slots in as our best floor spacer besides Ignis,
Yeah.
honestly. besides Iggy.
Oh, well, that's the thing. You were upset about not getting a wing in the draft. Like, what if they're
No,
like,
no, I saw that.
Ignas is our wing in the
No,
draft?
no, now we got more Ignis. Like,
Dude, that could be sick. We get a little Ignis accent. Um,
but like,
all
here's
right,
the other things about Quickly. Okay, the other things about
quickly,
Quickly
quickly.
are like I I'm just looking in kind of what makes a player succeed, and like in terms of I want to get more at this overthinking thing, because with the stream of players I've seen come from Kentucky, like seeing the Devin Bookers, the SGAs, also seeing the Harrison twins, like I don't know, you can tell, and with Quick kind of weird, you couldn't tell the first year, right? And that's like the whole thing with him, in which as a freshman on that Tyler team, it was really hard to project him popping. Um, and then so when he really hit his stride, it's kind of easy to project the doubt on where he fits on the court, especially with he's been in really weird guard positions his 2 years. You know what I mean? Like his first year, his team was him. Like he's never really played with a true point guard besides Ashton Higgins. Ashton Higgins is a true point guard. I'll say that, but it was him, Tyler, Eldon Johnson,
Yeah, true.
okay? And then this past year, it was him, Max,
Maxey.
and Higgins. And what was weird about that is they were playing all these 3 guard lineups all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where
Well, were they good with that with like the little Maxey and little Quickley?
yes, so their
So
best their I mean, not defensively because Sestino was a liability, but their kind of like death squad lineup would be like those 3, and then Sestina, who was like their 3-point shooting white boy, and then Nick Rich. Bro, also didn't I've brought this up before. Nick Richards went way higher than I was expecting, but I was super happy. I was always saying this process like, hey man, like Nick Richards should get drafted, but he in every single mock draft I saw, it said undraft, like it never mentioned him getting picked, and then he went 42. Like I was like, okay, Nick.
isn't it weird Devin Dawson to get drafted? Like I thought he was gonna get like low key drafted 18th. Like he's fast, he's like a good defender, 18, 4 efficiently. Like I don't know. Like every time I did like my little like college search of stats, like he was always like accidentally there, like not even trying to find him.
Oh, man, I'm just sad the Mavericks got Josh Green and Tyrell Terry tonight.
Josh Green is like such a math. Like
Bro,
he's their Seth Curry replacement.
Terry's kind of good.
I don't know. I don't want to spend too much on my other guys right now. We can maybe
Okay, so
discuss
how
it.
are we gonna wrap this up? So
Uh-huh.
we're wait and see, but we're lukewarm on Obi.
Wait,
We're
wait, wait. Were you wrapping up the whole shebang?
no, but you were saying wrap up
Uh,
on. And I was thinking like, okay,
no, no, no. I wasn't saying wrap up quickly. I'm saying like I don't want to like get into too much like other picks right now.
no, I know.
But sorry, continue. I
I'm just
wasn't trying to like, cut you off or anything.
like lukewarm. Like it's definitely a wait and see approach with Obi, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt until I see otherwise. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm so happy about Emmanuel, just in the sense like you can say, oh, not great value, whatever, but like this is just someone like I know in my heart of hearts, like no matter what, like I'm so confident that whatever his maximum potential is, like he will reach it. Like
All right, put to the fire. You taking quickly over Maxey, pure like Knicks bias. Will you let that make you quickly gang over Maxey gang?
pro quickly gang over maxi gang. So here's the thing. Here's the fucked up thing. The whole draft process and Kentucky, like this whole time, I've been really nervous to like validate that feeling of mine. That like hey, like what if what like because here's the thing. I was a big proponent for taking Maxi at 8, and my biggest fear
I'd be so
was
much happier with that. I wish you were a Kentucky gang as a CAA gang. I would have been with Maxey and quickly.
I know, I know, but I'm just saying like my biggest fear was taking Maxi at 8. but I still obviously would do that over again and take Maxey at 8. But with taking Maxey at 8, I've definitely been nervous thinking that, you know what, there is a world in which Quickley is absolutely and especially, like, you know what, I'll give Thunder Dustin some credit on this one, man. With Thunder Dustin had Quickley 18 on his big board, had Maxey on 22 on his big board.
Hey, where's the Bootum credit? I was the one that made the Shea. I've been making the Shea Knox comparisons for quite some time now. Very, very unformed Knox SGA comparisons.
You got credit, but I'm just saying, like, if there's one man that I can be like the ruler
You're
of,
giving up to Thunder Dustin.
I'm just saying, if there's one man who can be like the ruler of the Stan Kingdom for Immanuel Quickley, like, it's me. It's absolutely.
All right, but you did it. That's pretty big because you did have Tyrese Maxey at 2 on your board. Let's not forget. Let's not slander the Maximilian's good name.
On board. I mean, he actually was. When I did it today in my top 15 players, I have it right here. So when I wrote my top 15 players, they weren't in order, but I wrote LaMelo, Okongwu, Maxey, Kyra, Denny, Vassell, Killian. Bro, this is kind of elite, man. Guess who I have as my 9th favorite player?
Obi.
Jalen Smith.
Oh, damn.
Jalen Smith, Halliburton, Poku, and then, I mean, Quickley is above Halliburton and Poku, actually. So, here's also the thing. I don't know. I can get excited about it, man. I can get excited about it. I know. I want your take on Quickley. Besides your fears, we know the fears. Like, and besides, obviously, you know, I'm the biggest Quickley man there is. But, like, looking at it objectively and almost cynically, like, are you kind of like wrapping your arms around him?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I was already kind of wrapping my I was never really like. I should be against Quickley. Like again. I kind of feel bad. I feel like let everyone down because I was on the tweet. I was on the tweets. I was like, Obi stinks. Obi stinks. Obi sucks. Obi's the worst. And he's like, yeah, Bootum, like, keep hitting, man. And then, like, Immanuel Quickley is taken at 20, 25. It's like everything has come together. It's another crony because it's the Kenny Payne connection. It's a massive overdraft theoretically. I know you against that, but, like, he's supposed to theoretically be a late second rounder. He's the first. He's, you know, early first, and like it, but like I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be Bootum is a little bit of a sucker for like advanced stats because like not advanced stats, but like it's just hard for me to be against a guy like I think that all that's kind of a little concerned. Like I think it is. I think we can be a little messed up that it's like okay, man, like we're only CAA in Kentucky, but objectively, I mean, quickly.
I'll say this. If we're gonna rock with
a crony, I'll take a Kentucky. I'll be the Kentucky farm system. Like,
if we're rocking with a college program, I'm saying you don't want the inside. If there's a team we want the inside scoop on, it's Kentucky. Like
yeah, like I don't know. I wanna.
Telling me we don't want to juice the wheels and make Calipari happy, so that we can get us a BJ Boston.
Calamari.
We get us a BJ Boston. A little Terrence Clark action.
Yeah, like. I don't know, and also like, I'm just a sucker for like efficiency, man. Like he's like he's like a 6'3" older shooting guard that doesn't have that much dynamic shooting. You know, he's maybe like a little small, but to average 16 points efficiently, 43% on threes.
Did you say SEC Player of the Year?
SEC Player of the Year, solid defensively, nearly a steal per game. Like, it's and he has the in between game with the floater.
Best free throw shooter in the country. Best free throw shooter.
I still hate Obi. The picking Obi. Like I honestly wouldn't have been a fan of Max. Like I would have been like, oh yeah, like this Kentucky pain. I would have been upset about that. Like quickly, as like even though there's like things I should be upset about, like I don't know. It's kind of hard to see a dude average 16 efficiently, be a good shooter, and then it's at Kentucky, the school that like it's like okay, like whatever you do here, you're gonna do better in the NBA. It's like I don't know. I don't get how people aren't higher on him. Like again, I mean, I did my little comp from like SGA and Knox to Maxey and Quickly, which is very stupid. I won't lie, but like is this similar? Like Quickly statistically isn't so bad, and like again, you look at the Kentucky, the little chart of like every Kentucky player to score efficient in Kentucky. The only like guard to be an efficient player at Kentucky and be bad at the NBA is Malik Monk, who like very much could not be bad.
And because he's uh, drinking a bunch of nose beers, man. That's
Yeah, so like I don't know. I'm not like jumping for joy about Immanuel quickly, but like I it's hard for me to honestly hate
bro.
on this man at all.
I'm
Like
telling you, bro. And it sounds like I'm just like a homer and saying this, and
it
like
does. It does
it's,
sound like you a
that's
homer.
fine.
But like
I've
but
rag.
but 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 I was
Like
just saying like I get hate
for
on you for
example,
being a homer, but like
for example, bro. I, I am super anti Ashton Hagen. Okay, like Ashton Hagen's people had like a quickly level grade on. Okay, like they were considered like weirdly until the end, where obviously Ashton Hagen's kind of slithered out and quickly rose a little bit. Like I don't know. I in terms of like there are definitely like Kentucky players who I've not like loved the vision with. Like I like never like big Harrison brothers fan, obviously. You know what I mean? Besides, I mean the shots that they hit were crazy, but I don't know. He he has like the thing in him that makes me excited about like
yeah,
him really getting better,
he's
dude. Like
got it. He's a
not
winner.
no, but not fake better. Like
I know,
I
I
think
know.
like
I think he can do it.
pisses me off how low so much of like draft eval Twitter was on him because he's not like it's hard to put him in. It's like kind of the Tyrell Terry thing where it's like he's just like a 6'3" tweener, but he's so much of a better defender than Tyrell Terry. And he's so intense and he's a real competitor. Like
Yeah. But
it's more just that like he like I'll put it this way. If we're buying into the Kentucky theory where it's like okay like they all get better once they go to the league like whatever like um and obviously the only one to be efficient in Kentucky and not efficient in the league is Monk. Like theoretically, like the person that like fits like the Booker, Shea, like mold the most is literally Immanuel Quickley. Like
yeah, that dude, you said like I hate going to calamari quotes because he was like loving Kevin Knox, but he did go out of his way to be like,
oh,
yeah,
but give the
Quickly's
man some credit,
SGA and
bro.
hero.
Bro, give the man some credit. Like obviously, when you're a college coach, like it helps you. You need you like you. It help definitely helps you to get your players drafted early, and so you're gonna say something positive no matter what. But with Knox, bro, he was kind of giving warning that he's given with none of his other prospects, being like Knox is great, but he's gonna need a few years. He literally
Yeah,
said
it's
that on,
true.
and
Yeah.
and he's
You could
never
read
he
between the lines a little bit.
yeah, bro, and he's never said that with any other prospect. Like he kind of was saying like, "Yo, Knox."
Okay, okay. I mean, whatever. I'm still not gonna take like a coach liking his players who he's trying to get an NBA
Especially Coach
regardless.
Calhoun, man.
But
Especially Coach
all right,
Calhoun.
let me just like kind of sum up my thoughts. I guess like I don't know, like so like overall, like quickly the player, I I kind like I kind of like just, but still, dude. Overall, this draft is kind of like I don't think there's a way around it. Even like if it like pans out, it's bad vibes, man. We took the CAA guy, the CAA agent man, who's like a bad fit for the like modern NBA, like bad fit for like our roster. We took the Kentucky guy early. We did all this weird maneuvering with our two picks to the one pick and trying to trade up, which was the concept we were trying to trade up is
Bro,
horrifying.
I think that was them trying to prove to us that they like knew how to GM. Like I think that was like them
I
trying to be like,
guess.
"Look,
I mean that's scary too. Again, the fact that they tried, the fact we may not even have the Quickly tonight because we tried to trade it for Obi. that's scary, man. Like that's bad vibes. The fact we became thankful for Obi at 8 when just because we didn't trade up for him, it's bad vibes.
Do you? I. That's what all I was saying all day is like, hey, I'm just lowering my
I
expectations.
know.
We can
I,
like,
I, I know, I know. But I'm just saying that the concept they still like I'm saying, you may not even have Quickley right now because they tried to trade up for Obi. Like if it wasn't like weird stuff, like it could have happened. Like that's scary, man. Like that's bad. Like
that is
even if
so-
you like Obi, the fact they got him at 8, it's bad they tried to get him at 5. Like that's spooky. Um, and then like Quickly, like again, like I kind of like Quickly. It's just like the fact they got him early, and the fact like everyone knew they were gonna get him because of Kentucky, and it's not tight-lipped at all. Like just bad vibes, and just the weirdness with the 33rd pick being Trevor 23, the 23 second round pick. It's just weird. Like
I guess here's the rationale to it, which I a little bit understand.
like
They're like,
the double high school draft.
not only that, so it's like, okay, the double high school draft. Also, it's like, okay, they the Knicks have not shown the ability to like they're not the Heat where it's like they have the infrastructure in place where they've proven that they can develop 6 players at once, right? I think they're saying in their head like it kind of takes away from some like yeah, the argument you just need to bring good players, but in the heat of the moment they're like shit, like let's just focus the development on these two on the young players and then just at least have it as a draft as a trade asset. Like at least you keep it like you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like at least it maintains as an asset for the future. Like either you get it in the double dip draft and the Pistons, bro, as good of a draft as they had, the Pistons are never gonna be good. Like
yeah. Especially now we decided Killian is bad. Like
yeah,
in our
oh
Knicks hedging thing, they're getting Kyra. We decided Killian is bad and worse than
yeah,
Kyra. So now he's
we
just
actually
so
forgot
bad. So
we forgot to tell people that we didn't think Killian was.
it's all right. We'll tell him later. Um,
Wait,
but
could we talk about Pat Will going 4?
yeah, let me just figure out what you're saying. Like yeah, like I kind of agree. It's bad vibes. Like it's kind of understandable. It's not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, the fact they gave him a this like screw. We're not going to use this second round pick when we suck. It's bad. But also if the Burn report is true that they were going to use it on Vernon Carey, but that he wasn't available. The fact they were going to use it on Vernon Carey again, don't like the fact that like it's like all right, we can't get our guy Vernon Carey, which is like insane. They're getting a guy like Vernon Carey to be their third center on the roster. Like I don't know. That's just weird.
That
So
is
I don't know. Just overall a bad vibes night. Like Quickly, like Obi offensively.
what
Still just
as
hate
long
his fit. I hate the vibes. I hate the CAA. I
bro,
hate the
as
cronyism.
long as we're the Quickly cats, I don't care.
But that's the thing. If Quickly is our D Mitch, all of this kind of goes away. Then we're chilling. Like you're allowed to have your Ennis Cantor if you get your Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, bro. Or your what was the Paul Millsap year? Who's someone funny?
It was Ronnie Brewer who
Yeah,
was nice with it. Ronnie Brewer isn't bad. I mean, he was still Ronnie Brewer at
bro.
14. That's actually pretty good value. And
Quickly,
then Paul Millsap at 47.
quickly, really gonna. Oh, I'm so excited, dude. I'm so. That's the
Mm.
first. I haven't been like, yo, I'm getting a Knicks jersey in a while. That's the.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. You get Kentucky
That's the
Knicks
first.
jersey if a guy that doesn't sing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like it feels nice though. Like
though, I
and
mean, again, I don't know if Quickly is gonna be
and
better
develop,
than.
bro, development wise, like the Kenny Payne thing. Like here's the thing. The reason I trust is because, like I said earlier, I don't want to harp on this too much and beat a dead horse, but like Kenny Payne has seen enough first round and second round talent in his time at Kentucky to be able to differentiate between the two. You know what I mean? Um, I believe that. You know what I mean? Like there's like on a bad year at Kentucky, 4 players will get drafted in the second round. Like and I think that like a lot of people are saying that it's a reach at 25, and even my initial feeling is, maybe we could have gotten him at 33. I would not have wanted to wait that long. But I'm gonna trust
And also,
KP.
it's hard for me to care that much about like 25 or 33. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
come on, come on, come on. Like
I would have liked my man Malachi though. But like
you
again, if you want your guy that late, just I don't know. I can't really hate on that so much, honestly.
Golden State. Did you see who Golden State drafted in the second round?
No.
You want to know his name?
What? Are you gonna be able to pronounce it?
Justinian Jessup.
Oh, that's a pretty solid name.
Bro, he's literally just like Duncan Robinson 2.0, Boise
Oh
State.
yeah. I heard of him.
Yeah,
But
he's
this so the one thing is like I don't know if Quickly's gonna be good enough to make up for Obi.
Obi.
But like I don't know. I guess you talk yourself into it again with like the
Here's where it helps us, man. Like it could all work out in our favor. We're like, maybe you're right, maybe we're right, but like at least now, like maybe we can be bad enough to like be bad next year and like get a good
well yeah
like.
that's where this all comes together. It's like Obi's so bad. Look, is it all right? Let's pan out. Here's our optimistic bad scenario. Here's what's gonna happen. Obi, 20 points a game, rookie of the year, 18 wins, Kate Cunningham. There's worse ways to go than that. We like Obi will be fun to watch offensively, and we'll make fun of him defensively.
A slightly worse case scenario. Just let's say everything doesn't go in our favor. We get the third pick. Cade goes first.
You get Boston to slow it up a bit.
Cade goes first. Jalen Green goes second. We get our boys Boston. I think no matter what, we're getting Boston.
Yeah, I don't know. Obi will be a nice tank for next year. Maybe like here's the vision. Next year, head coach Johnny Bryant, assistant coach Kenny Payne. Tibbs gone. He couldn't handle 1 year. Well, that's the other thing. I mean, I just want to address like one more thing. Like,
yeah, maybe Obi goes in the D-Mitch trade package.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with Obi Toppin. Like, I said this like the other night, and I meant it. Like, Obi Toppin, if you want to use him as a trade chip, like then it actually becomes a good pick. I just think they probably want to be like, oh yeah, that faces New York. If they want to capitalize off Obi Toppin winning a rigged Rookie of the Year and immediately trade him, that's beautiful. That's perfect. Thank you, Brock Aller. Like, I love that. I just can't imagine. Like, I think they want to be Mr. New York. Like, you're my man, new Amari. Oh, all right. So two things. One, like again, the difference between him and Amari is that like, you know, Obi is a smaller, more limited, and two, like Amari, like probably wouldn't have been as effective in today's NBA. And after 2010, and even a little 2009, 2009 is on off was like barely neutral, and then after that it was even good when he was good on the Knicks. It was negative every single year of his career. Obviously, he became washed pretty shortly after that. There's probably a little noise, but I'm just saying, like, Amari might not have been like that boy, like Amari might not have been as he might have been a little overrated too. I mean, I don't want to get a conversation about Amari. I'm just saying, like,
it's too late at night for me to get into.
Yeah. I don't want to get into. I'm just saying, like,
I get it.
Even in good scenarios, it's just hard, man. To be even if you're a good offensive player, you're on defense. It's just tough. It's tough.
To sum this up, because I think we've gone over an hour at this point.
Yeah, true stuff.
To sum it up, we nervous, but
kind of horrible vibes, but we kind of like Quickley.
We're gonna give the man the chance. Okay.
I won't give him a chance.
We at least are like in the mood to see a rigged Rookie of the Year and some ferocious dunks. Like,
dude, like I'm down to embrace it like as a meme. I'm down to be I'm gonna embrace the meme.
Bro, at this point, just give us Russ. I don't care, bro. I literally don't.
Wait, one more thing. I just want to say that, like, again, like a little too much benefit of the doubt's going on. Like, I mean, I kind of don't care at this point because it's whatever. But like everyone being like, Tibbs will get him right. It's like, again, he did not get Karl-Anthony Towns right. And Karl-Anthony Towns, he was good at Kentucky. So that's the other thing. We have Kenny Payne.
Yeah.
So maybe, but that's the thing. It's like, what cat are we gonna get? Are we gonna get Kenny Payne to fix Obi like cat, or are we gonna get Tibbs to fix Obi like cat? That's the question. So there is two potential cat, but again, cat 7 foot could actually block shots.
I honestly feel bad. Like, I feel bad for how cooked Dennis Smith is gonna get by Quickley.
Dennis Smith I can't believe Dennis Smith is actually on the team. I thought he was getting. I thought they would have traded him to the Cavs just like for fun.
Yeah, just
like they're not even trading up anymore, but just like take Dennis Smith. Man. Seriously, I'm surprised
Bro,
like Dennis Smith didn't get traded for a 2024 second. Like that's kind of surprising. I'm surprised he's on the team because I'm oh god. I've been hoping this whole time that the Dennis Smith propaganda is actually true propaganda. Like, what if they, like, when they say they want to get Dennis Smith right, like, what if they actually want to get him right? And I have to
I
watch
really
Dennis
want
Smith.
to get him right.
Oh, I didn't consider the possibility I'm actually gonna have to watch Dennis Smith, man. I thought that was a meme. I thought it was propaganda, man. Anything
How
you're
could
actually gonna watch
how could you think that was propaganda?
because it was like 5 articles. It's like Dennis Smith first one in the gym. Tibbs wants to get him right. We love Dennis Smith. We never want to trade him. It's like, maybe they don't actually want to trade him. Like that's not good. That's like it is. I mean, objectively, it's good. Like I'd rather give him a chance.
Maybe no one wants Dennis Smith.
No one does want Dennis Smith. Um,
Yo, but like maybe like we better have the juiciest draft next year.
yeah, next year if we get him on the CAA. Well, yeah, BJ Bot. I mean, again, honestly, cronyism. There's worse cronyism to have than CAA
In
and
Kentucky, bro.
Kentucky, but but also like there's levels to CAA because it's not just the CAA because like Tyrese Halliburton CAA. It's like we're getting the Leon Rose CAA boys. We're getting Tibbs
we're
CAA
getting,
boy.
we're
We're
getting
getting Leon
like,
Rose's
bro, we're
son's
getting a
agent.
Sam Rose special, bro. Like,
Yeah, like it's not the CAA. It's like that extra special, like
bro, no, he's
actual
literally
relationship.
Leon's like, if we want to get really dark and nefarious with it, like Leon is literally like capitalizing the most amount of money he can from his job because his son Sam Rose will make a larger agent commission from Obi playing in New York than he does in Cleveland. Like, if we really want to get
Follow
crazy,
the money, man. I mean, that's not really necessarily getting crazy with it, dude. Like,
like
it's
it's
not a
in
far
Leon,
fetch.
bro, it's in Leon's best interest for Obi to like succeed. Like that's the thing.
Well,
That's
now
no, but
you're
even
right. You're
before,
right.
is
You're
what
right.
I'm saying.
I
Even
mean, dude,
before.
yeah, CAA. I mean, CAA is messed up, man. Like, it goes beyond, like, yeah, like the CAA cronyism. Did we see the Vorkanov tweet? It's like every single guy we got is CAA.
Yeah,
Like, CAA runs the world. They run Hollywood. They're just getting into sports now too. Like I don't think it's a crazy thing to say. Like, yeah, I think there's a very good chance Leon Rose is trying to get Sam Rose some money. Like, I don't think that's crazy
bro.
to
We
say.
so we so
Maybe
we
it'll be good anyway.
hey, at least we know we got at the worst they're gonna like BJ Boston at least. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like at least
Yeah, like again, if we we get benefit from the cronyism sometimes. Immanuel Quickley and that Beezer Boston's pretty nice with it. Um, per 36 All Star.
bro, no other fans have to like put like have these like modified expectations where it's like
It's so
where,
messed up.
where it's like like
I was gonna say, but I was gonna make a tweet about this before the
bro,
draft.
because
It's
it
like,
feels like they're always like the good picks like they like mistake into like they didn't like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, dude. The fact we're like literally being like, please, 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 don't trade up for Obi. Like we're rooting against what the Knicks want. That's still scary. It's still bad vibes. We knew they were gonna be Kentucky and CA gang before they did it. Everyone knew they were gonna Obi. Like it's not like you'd like to have more faith and confidence in it. We do.
yeah, bro.
Um, so I don't know. In summary, kind of horrible vibes, but also like let's just
bro,
let's just embrace it,
horrible,
man.
but
Like
also kind of funny vibes, man.
yeah, it's funny ass vibes. It'll be entertaining vibes. I kind of
Like,
want to embrace the
I'll put it
vibes
this way,
and
bro.
like
I wouldn't have done this pod tonight if it was the trade up to Obi for 5. Like, and when there was no Quickly. If there was,
it'd still be
bro,
funny.
bro, if
Like
there was no Quickly though at the end of this rainbow, like Quickly is the one that keeps me in this. Like,
look, I don't know, man. It's basketball. It's silly. Like I think the Knicks are kind of like a joke at this point. But like it's either they're a joke and it's funny, haha, or like and or they're not, and like we'll be good, and Obi will actually be good. And like
bro, can we just
I
talk
I
about,
do I do think this could
bro?
potentially be Tibbs
Wait,
last. I mean,
can
not Tibbs.
we just talk
Dolan's last hurrah.
about the Grizzlies and how it's so annoying that NBA draft Twitter is now just going to claim the Grizzlies. But it's also ridiculous that they got literally every draft Twitter darling of Bane, Tillman, Tilly, and Clark.
Yeah,
Like,
it's crazy. Though again, I do want to continue to give draft Twitter guff for they were if they were
Jarrett
fully
Culver, man. Jarrett
Derek Culver.
Culver.
They love their Culver. They love the Derek Culver. He's shooting worse than Obi Toppin, man. He's
Dude,
shooting worse than Dennis Smith.
bro, where would Jarrett Culver go in this year's draft?
Like modern day current Derek Culver, or like top
Modern day,
tier?
like
Like
no,
today, Jared Culver is a free agent after his rookie year. Like I don't know. I'd take him. I'd take him after Quickley. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
I would take Quickley over what we saw of Culver, bro.
Yeah, man, Culver's a mess.
I would take Obi Toppin over Culver.
Yeah, O2.
Bro, his like you shit on this before. Obadiah is kind of a cool name, man.
No, it's true. I said on Twitter today. Like I don't know if it's a basketball name. Like Immanuel Quickley is a good basketball name. I don't know
Yeah,
if Obi and Obadiah Toppin is a basketball name, but it's a cool ass name. Like Obadiah.
Obadiah.
That's cool. Like I'm not sure with Obadiah. Is
Cool.
this like
Having our two rookies named Obadiah and Immanuel are kind of cool. Like I don't know.
kind of like Bible esque, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you know the Emmanuel stuff, right?
Temple Emmanuel.
No, so bro, okay, this is some tea here. Emmanuel's dad is super up until this past year, super not into the basketball stuff. Okay, he is so his first time ever, basically, up until Quickley went to Kentucky, he had never watched a single game of Quickley's in his life, of Emmanuel's in his life, because he's a priest, he's a pastor,
It's
and
crazy. Oh, I think I heard about this lately.
well, that's the article I sent you, bro, that you have to read.
My bad, man.
But that he didn't approve of like Emmanuel going down like this heathen lifestyle of like being a basketball player. But then last year, like at Kentucky, his dad started watching the games in private, and like it's like a sweet thing where now like the dad watches the games and the mom goes to every game, so he has a really supportive family in that sense, and like grandparents. But but Emmanuel, his big thing, like when the switch flipped, man, like, and hey, I can't speak for him, and I haven't had this experience myself, but when his switch flipped, is he literally said in that interview that his freshman year at Kentucky, like he lost himself and he started like not like being himself, and like he insinuated like a partying thing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then he like went back to finding his faith. And like once he went back to finding his faith, he was literally the best player in college basketball once he went back to God. So
All right.
that's
In Leon we trust. No, in
bro.
God
That's
we trust. Dude, I mean, I can't like the Knicks have crushed my vibes. Like any hope of the like I can't say in Leon we trust even a little bit. Like I hate like I'm kind of thinking in my head like well like we could rationalize it as like it's like a good pick for the value. And it's like I don't know like I kind of think we're just CAA crony scum. Like we're a fake shame of a team. Even like watching them is like a disgrace. But also like
we got Frank
but,
still, we got Mitch, we got RJ.
for
Like
now, for now.
let's just think.
Mitch is gonna be gone so soon, dude.
I know. Mitch gonna be gone soon, but let's just think
It's all
like
good. It's all good.
RJ good man.
RJ's a good man. We like RJ.
RJ good man. You know what? Like at least we can add Emmanuel to the Frank list. Like at the
That's true.
so,
Emmanuel, we have a player we like. Emmanuel's on the Frank list.
bro, that's what I mean. Like at the very least, like Emmanuel is someone we can make excuses for like
He's
4
part of
years.
Frank gang. Yeah. I
Like,
didn't even think about that. We have a new like young player we like to apologize for.
yeah,
To
bro.
root for, even though we're gonna hate Leon, we're gonna be like,
Who
we
has like
like
a
you,
smooth
Emmanuel.
floater and like kind of slow, like.
Yeah, like he's in part of like a protected group. All right, so
That's nice. Like all we wanted was someone like we couldn't have said that if it was Cole Anthony, bro. Like we couldn't.
I'm just not looking forward to like another year of like having to pretend box score sets me and everything. Like oh, you left RJ off the rookie team, you averaged like 15, 3 and 3. Like, get ready for Obi, man. It's gonna be bad when Obi's like not on first team all rookie when he's averaging 18 and 6.
Nah, bro, Obi's gonna win Rookie of the Year. It's gonna be worse. Like,
Yeah. Oh, you really think Obi's not better than Blake Griffin? You want like? It's gonna be bad, man. Because dude, Obi, like, I hate Obi. He's a winner Rookie of the Year. Like,
win Rookie of the
let's
Year.
he could be an All Star. Obi All Star? If Obi's putting up 18 and 10, he's winning Rookie of the Year. He's
And
gonna
he's
get a voted All Star in
he's
NYC.
doing some slam jammas.
All right. Let's wrap this up. Per 36 All
I'm
Star.
actually going delirious. I can't talk about Obi
Yeah,
Toppin.
dude, you were gonna go to sleep like 20 minutes. Yeah, it's kind of bad because, dude, we're kind of done talking about Obi Toppin and Tibbs, and now we have to actually have a whole NBA season. Like, we have to actually like do the season now. Like, we've expended all our like thoughts on them.
Like
we have to actually do the season.
Bro, usually you have a draft in June, and then you have until November to like get any initial like actual like validation from the draft. Now it's like, oh shit, like all the takes get like seen like in like a month.
Yeah, that's so true. Like I'm gonna be safe with my LaMelo stuff because I haven't been touching him in a while. But the Obi stuff is fresh. Everyone's like, "You were an Obi guy. You were anti-Obi. I remember you."
Yeah, bro.
Normally you forget.
They'll remember you. Like,
I don't know. All right, moral story, like, Obi good offensively, quick. What?
Vassal's gonna be so good.
Yeah, Vassal. Like, let's go through like a rundown of guys that like. It's like, come on, man. Vassal to the Spurs.
Bro, Kyra and Zion and
Kyra and Zion, and then Thunder getting all like our fun boys and Maladon and Poku. Like, I want to be them, man. I want the Sixers with such impressive finesses with their.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of hate how the Celtics draft.
I didn't see. I didn't remember.
They took Peyton Pritchard at like 16.
Yeah, Danny Ainge is kind of like he's kind of like not that nice with it in like these like late round picks. Honestly, like, he never really is. Like, he's like I'm a Danny Ainge apologist, but like his drafts like they are normally pretty mediocre. Like, outside of Tatum. So all right, we got to wrap this up. Birthdays also quickly.
Wait, okay, surprises real quick. We knew Patrick Williams was gonna go 4 by like.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about it.
Okoro, whatever. Honestly, I'm kind of glad we weren't an Okoro. I'm not like I'm off for now.
Yeah, that's true. I was on the Okoro train. Like, I kind of like. I mean, I would like him over.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna say something a little bold. I obviously like wish today could went differently. Where like I really wish we drafted Denny. But let me play a little devil's advocate. Is there a world in which we just completely like overrated Denny?
I mean, I'm not really that big a Denny guy. That was mostly me hating Obi and wanting a Jew in NYC. Denny could very easily stink. Denny could be worse than Obi. I won't lie.
Dude, Denny's floor is.
I mean, there's a reality. Yeah, there's a reality. Denny's good at nothing, and Obi's like an 18-point per game guy at least. So
there's a reality where Denny is like Jan Vesely, like with passing ability. Like
Mario Zonia without the shot.
Okay, Onyeka at 6.
Without the athleticism.
I always thought that was more likely than not. Just like
again, I think that's such a weird fit because they just got Capel and they still have Collins.
Bro, like here's the thing: it doesn't help them to just draft another wing and try to develop a 4th wing, basically.
Yeah, that's true. Like if you have Onyeka as like a super center, that's still pretty nice. Backup center.
They didn't give up enough for Capella to justify not taking the best player available. If you thought Onyeka was.
No, but I'm saying the Hawks want to be good. You have Capella starting, Onyeka off the bench. Like, that's pretty elite. Like, that's like center rotation.
Whatever. Here's the thing. I told you, bro. I love Jalen Smith. It's just weird.
Yeah, no, it is very weird. It was a weird pick. All right, bro, we should really wrap this up. My AirPods are dying. We've been going for like, we wanted to do 20 minutes. We're going for like 4 hours, my friend.
You're a dead man.
I'm a dead man? Why? Because I can do up to 3 a.m. talking about Obi Toppin.
I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I'm so amped up now. I'm so mad.
Neither am I.
I was literally like yawning and like in the dark and headachy and about to sleep.
Literally.
And it was 1:15. Now we do this. It's 2:48. I'm gonna be up till 5.
Yikes.
Bro, also, I'm just gonna be honest. I can't watch or consume any Ringer draft content. They're gonna be so annoying about the Knicks. KOC is gonna bro. KOC, I know, is gonna rail on Obi and he hates Quickley, bro. Fuck that.
I don't get being anti Quickley game. All right, like I don't know, like this is based to me. Let's have some fun with it. It's basketball. Like I think the Knicks are stupid and a mess, but like whatever, man. We'll see
Yeah.
what happens. I'm gonna be putting out some pro Obi content tomorrow. Like I'm pushing Obi train. Rookie of the year propaganda starting now. I'm going back to like Knicks optimists, like anti the media. Like I'm gonna be like, screw you, KOC. You ain't never see Obi play in your life. You don't know what's gonna happen. He's 22 years old. You're 45. Enough. Obi gang.
Bro, and we have to say this, yo, Obi is a fake 22. Like he's not a real 22.
Like, I think it is a kind of a true thing. I mean, again, I'm not like.
Like I'll put it this
They,
way.
they,
He's not a Tyler Hansborough 22.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Like again, like honestly, the age thing isn't that big a thing. If you're good, you're good. If you're bad, you're bad. And I'm just scared. The defense,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
All right, can we be done with this? I don't want to talk or see Obi again. Peace and love. Thanks for watching this like 4-hour episode.
Yeah,
Hope
bye,
this
man.
made you feel better. You think this made me more or less annoying? I feel like maybe more annoying, even though I was like pretty pro B as I could be. I'm always annoying, baby.
Damn, yeah.
Go respect. Respect.